Welcome to another episode of the Be Civil podcast. My name is Matt Southerland. I'm your host, and thank you for joining. Today we're going to talk about fear. We're going to talk about overcoming fear. We're going to talk about how fear can also be a good thing. It could be something that guides us. Let's just say, fear, what it is. It is an unpleasant emotion caused by the feeling or the belief that someone or something might be dangerous or likely to harm us. So basically, we've all had fears. We've all have been afraid of something. Some fears are very valid. I guess all fears could be valid in a sense. All emotions are valid. There's always a reason why we're feeling what we're feeling. But the important thing is to not let our fears keep us from getting to the next level in our life. That is the important thing. So let's take, for instance, fear of heights. That is one of my biggest fears. Is I'm afraid of heights. My fear of heights can help me at times. It could, say, keep me from going to a high structure in which I'll lose my balance and, hurt myself or die. And then there's the kind of illogical fear where, I'm on a roller coaster. I'm on, there's something that is perfectly safe. It's not a huge risk involved, and say like a roller coaster or a ride at a theme park that's really high up in the air. My palms get sweaty, my heart starts to beat really fast, I get a very high level of anxiety, and I just feel like I'm in danger. But the truth is that there's, this is a structure, or this is a ride that has been tested, and the risk that you're going to become harmed or anything negative happening is very low. So we can rely on our fears to guide us. We can have, say, a fear that say in Florida, walking too close to a body of water. You don't want to do that because most people in Florida know that there's alligators. So it's a reality that we live with in the state. So you kind of want to check the waters out, look, take a peek every now and then and see what may be lurking in there. You don't want to walk too close to the edge of the water because something can jump out and pull you down. So there's that, just knowing that there is a high risk of something that may do you harm in some type of way. That could be something healthy, but I want to talk about, say, I'll give you, for instance, for example, this podcast. Before I started this podcast, I felt like I needed the best camera equipment. I felt like I needed the best microphones. I felt like I needed so many things. And someone just told me, it was one of my clients actually, he told me, if you keep waiting, then it's never going to happen. If you keep waiting for all these things to line up, he was like, just do it, use your phone and level up on equipment as you go. And now I'm about 16 episodes in and I'm still using the same phone. I do have microphones now, so that's great. So it's like, you can always level up as you go. There are, my fear was, it's not going to be great quality, so people won't think I'm legit, or, I think that was my biggest fear. I didn't want to put out something that was bad quality, because then my creativity and my, me putting my heart into this would, my reputation would, be not legit. But I feel like what's most important is that we put something valuable in our content. We put something that people can get something from, and that's what I feel very proud about. I feel like I'm putting out information, I'm putting out energy that people can, you know, reap something positive from, and that gives me great joy. So, if I were to live in fear, then that fear of not being good enough would have kept me from, getting the experience that I'm getting by doing the episodes that I'm doing right now, and you know, being at the level that I am. I wouldn't have been able to experience that um, if I let my fears get in my way. Another really silly fear of mine is, I wasn't going to shoot this today because the gray in my beard is showing. And I'm in my early 40s. I'm 42. And doesn't really have anything to do with, wanting to stay young. For me, I just like the look of an all black beard on myself. So, as the gray comes in, you have to keep it colored. You have to keep everything, you know, even toned. And that for me, today, I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't put this out here. Maybe I should protect my reputation, or, not put myself out there. But I think vulnerability, in something so small, as this, it's not a huge, part of vulnerability, but it was, you know, it was a small type thing to me anyway. Some people are more self-conscious when it comes to coloring their hair or looking a certain way. And to me, today I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to go in with my salt and pepper look and just keep it real with the people. So, yeah, and I feel good. I feel like, these little things, these little fears that we have, can keep us from living the best life that we can possibly live. I remember I was telling my wife the other day, she was telling me actually about, so we went to Disneyland. I'm sorry, Disney World. We went to Disney World this past weekend, and she was telling me about the time that she rode the Tower of Terror. I think she said she rode it twice. And we get to Hollywood Studios yesterday, and she showed me the Tower of Terror. And I was like, that looks like, as it is in the name, it looks absolutely terrifying. Doesn't look like anything I would actually like to partake in. But, one thing is that, I asked her, I was like, did you feel afraid? And, I forgot her exact answers, but I think she said something to the effect of, she was afraid at first, and then after she did it, she felt very like accomplished, and it gave her a rush. And I really admire that. I admire that about her. I admire you, babe. Always remember that. I admire that about her, and I admire that about anyone that could look at their fears and overcome them. And no matter what type of feeling that it brings them, fear could be crippling. Fear could be something that can keep you from, going to the next relationship. Someone that you might live a happy life with because you've been hurt before. Fear could be something that keeps you from getting that job opportunity. You might be like, oh man, I'm not good enough. My resume isn't built up enough. You never know unless you try. You have to try. We have to continuously put ourselves on the branch and jump off and just try, give it our best shot. I feel like it's so important to do that. There has to be some type of risk involved to get to the next level of life. And I feel like if we just stay in our comfort zone and we let fear rule our lives, then we're not gonna pass the level in which we are. If we want to level up and we want to become the best version of ourselves, then we have to look at fear and recognize it and be like, I am afraid. I'm afraid, but I'm going to do this. And after you do it, see how you feel. See, you will feel like you looked fear in the face, and regardless of the outcome, regardless of what you felt as you were on that branch, whatever that looks like for you, job opportunity, relationship, uh, some type of physical feat, a marathon, or some type of fitness competition, or whatever it takes for you to get to your next level as in a physical type way. There could be so many things that fear could hold us back from. But the important thing to do is just believe in yourself. Number one, know that you have everything inside to overcome your fears. Know that the moment in which you are staring at fear, that should just speak to you right there. If you're afraid of something, then that usually means that there is some type of risk involved. There's some type of next level. If you just look at this moment and say, hey, I'm afraid. I'm afraid, but I'm going to do this anyway because I want to live my life. Moving to another state that you've never been to before, or that you've never lived at. You're uprooting. You're getting out of your comfort zone, the place that you have been working for years, the place that you have been building your client base. I know that myself as a barber that left my entire client base in Virginia and decided to move to the DC area to go to school there. And then I moved to New York after that. And that's where I spent a lot of precious time and got a lot of experience in the New York barber industry and men's grooming industry. If I was afraid and if I just stayed where I was at, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't, I would be in Tampa. I wouldn't be speaking to you right now about overcoming fear. And that is the beautiful thing, because when we conquer our fears, we also have other people to show that they could do the same thing. We all have the ability to conquer whatever type of mountain it is in life, whatever type of roadblock is in the way. We have the power to go through it. Everything is already inside you. It's just a matter of believing in yourself and looking at fear in the face and saying, you know what, I'm going to do this regardless of what it may bring me. And I feel so accomplished. I feel so blessed to, for the most part, have worked through a lot of my fears. I think it just gives you an enormous amount of peace. It gives you an enormous amount of just knowledge for the next move that you're going to make in life, that you have everything that it takes. Once you look your fears in the face and you say, it's not going to happen today. This moment was made for me, and I'm going to rise above whatever I'm feeling right now to get to this next level. So, yeah, it's great to it's great just to be in the moment of awareness that there is that next level, waiting on the other side of fear. I think that is what we can keep in mind to motivate us when we are feeling fear. Just know that I'm feeling this fear for a reason. And if you look deep down inside yourself and ask yourself, why am I feeling this? I think that's another important thing to do. Ask yourself why you're feeling the fear. And maybe even begin to like start to write it down and say, you know, ask yourself, write it on paper if you need to. Why am I feeling this fear? And then as you write, as you start to filter out your emotions, then, you know, the reasons will rise up and rise up and rise up. And then you'll be able to understand your fear more. And if you understand your fear more, then you'll understand, you know, why you feel the way that you're feeling, and you'll understand uh, that you need to get past the emotion to get to where you want to go. Um, you can like look at your fear and look at the end goal and where, what you are facing your fear. What is standing in the way of your goal is your fear. So you can look at your fear and say, why am I so afraid in this moment? Why is it keeping me from, something that I really care about or something that I'm passionate about? So just want to impress that upon everyone today. Just, be brave. Look at fear in the face and say, you're not going to hold me back today. You are in control. Remember that your mind is in control. Your mind is your friend. I was listening to an audiobook today. It was Jay Shetty's Think Like a Monk. I was listening to the audiobook, and I think he was saying that there was a samurai saying that the samurais used and that monks use as well. And the saying is, my mind is my friend. And if you can say and repeat to yourself, I'm going to adopt this as well. My mind is my friend. My mind is my friend. Anything that you put in your mind, something that you want to do, or you're in a fearful situation, you say, my mind is my friend. And you know that you're going to get through the situation by just saying, my mind is my friend, because it's just going to train you to believe in yourself and to trust your own mind instead of that fearful voice that is speaking to you and trying to keep you from getting to that next level. So remember, your mind is your friend. And with that, I want to say thank you for watching this episode of Be Civil. I want to ask everyone to comment, like, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Until then, remember to be civil. Thank you.